Hi everyone, it's the English Simmer here, and I might be chilling in a hoodie, but it is definitely summer somewhere, probably outside the UK. But things are definitely heating up when it comes to The Sims 4. Obviously, The Sims 4 Lovestruck, which is practically The Sims 4 Hot Date, is coming out soon, and so I decided before its release, why not record a video that I have wanted to record for years, way back in March of this year. I asked you lot over on Twitter, who is your go-to baby daddy? If you're having a child with a masculine sim in The Sims 4, who is it gonna be? Pick your roster, and oh my word, the amount of hear me outs I heard in that thread, you should be ashamed. But I'm not here to judge. All I am here to judge is their children. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. I am once and for all gonna be finding out who has the cutest kids out of your most favorite masculine sims. And we are getting fancy with it. So welcome to my bracket. I have spent all day basically going through that thread, tallying every single sim, putting them into like seeded groups, figuring out the best bracket way, and this is what I have come up with. We have our number one seed, who is obviously Akira Kibo. He already moves on basically to the second round, and then our second seed, which to be fair, it wasn't even really a competition. Akira got over 30 replies. You better be drinking some water, because I know you're all already thirsting after him just from seeing his image. Don came in second with like half the votes of Akira. Then we had Caleb in number 3, Kyle in number 4, Dirk Dreamer in number 5, which, yes, Your Honor, I can absolutely swear on this. I love Dirk Dreamer, and he makes some of the cutest kids I personally have ever seen in my life. But I'm not gonna pit him against my man Saleem just yet. Their genetics will do the talking in Create a Sim. Number 6 was Mortimer. Number 7 was Bob Pancakes. 8, Vlad. Yes, so many of you told me all your dirty little secrets. I want to know the stats of how many babies this man has fathered. 9, we got Makoa, which shocking information to me. I want to say that this is just because not that many people maybe have island living, but I am Mr. Steal Your Man when it comes to that man. I will steal him whenever I feel necessary. 10 was Johnny Zest, and then 11 through to 14 are basically our wild cards. They each got 6 votes each. Father Winter. I feel like most of you are just having his babies because he comes with like 500,000 simoleons, and his kids also get a little trait, but I could be wrong about that. 12, my man Saleem, done dirty. Knox Greenberg. And then number 14, Lou. Justice for Lou, one of the cutest sims. So I decided to do this with the most defaulty sim that I could possibly find. I didn't want really any of her features to like stand out, so I kind of just chose a lot of defaults that we have within Create a Sim. I kind of just wanted to give her like a generic face so that her genetics weren't really, maybe, I don't know how this is gonna go, the over like powerful one. I wanted these men to really have their shine. Vlad versus Makoa, a sentence I never personally thought I would hear in The Sims 4. Vladdy, daddy, are you prepared to be a daddy? He looks shocked, but we're not gonna randomize her. I just said first out of the oven. I have to say, a little bit of a serve. I need to turn off my custom content. We're so back. Not gonna lie, I was looking at like default sims for so long that I thought I had taken out my mods and custom content. She definitely has her mother's eyes. A lot of her is Vlad though. I just love how many of you want to make babies with Vlad. I feel like that just sums up the Sims community to a T. Already so cute. But if we throw Betty into the mix, another little girl, she really said, I am raising queens. Very, very cute. Honestly, really looks like her mother. She's a horse girl. I'm so sorry to all you Vlad lovers out there, but I definitely think Makoa is moving on to the next round. So our next one on this is gonna be Makoa versus Akira. Oop, drama, but we're gonna move on to Nox and Kyle. It feels really appropriate to have these two facing off against each other. I feel like they're the same person in a different font. We'll do Nox first up. I'm loving the shark sliders. They're a little bit of a vibe, and let's age him up into a young adult. A lot of you did say having kids with Nox was basically like a roll of the dice. Like, I feel as if some of you absolutely adore like the children that come out of Nox, and then some of you are like, you never know what that kid is gonna look like. I don't know what it is about his genetics that feels like such a gamble. Definitely looks more like his dad, honestly. The facial hair rivals his dad. I, for some reason, don't feel as if Kyle's child is gonna be in the same vein as Nox Jr. in the sense of, have you seen Kyle's chin and jaw? Seeing like base game standard Kyle is a little bit of a jump scare to me because I'm so used to seeing his townie makeover version of him within my game. What a fucking cutie. Definitely has his dad's like surfer energy. Even the clothes he's kind of wearing right now, you literally are Kyle's son. I'm sorry, Nox, but Kyle definitely takes this round. Oh, this one is gonna hurt my heart. I love both of these Sims so much. I have romanced both of these. I've had children with both of them. I genuinely feel like Saleem is one of the most underrated Sims ever. If you're looking at the Sim wondering where he's from, he's in City Living. I feel like people write him off because he's like a failing writer or his place is quite messy. He also isn't afraid to wear a maid costume every now and again. Ooh, definitely looks like his mum here. The facial hair is definitely a choice. However, you look like you were carved by the gods. Are you kidding me right now? That is one of the most perfect, like, made-up faces I think I may have ever seen in The Sims 4. Yes, he does kind of look like he belongs in Pride and Prejudice. Jesse would feckin' love the man. Do you feel like he needs a little bit of modernization? Green is his favorite color. Trust me, I get it. Saleem, congratulations, sir. Your babies are elite. But let's not discredit Dirk Dreamer before he's had his chance to shine. The amount of editing I'm gonna have to do on this video just because The Sims takes an age to like load the genetics. It's ridiculous. Stop. Both of these kids look so cute. No, how am I meant to choose? This is not fair. This is so tough. I think I have to give it to Dirk Dreamer. Round one for this side is complete. Moving on to this half of the board. Up next, we have Pancakes versus Johnny Zest. Not gonna lie to you all, I was a little bit shocked that Johnny Zest was actually up on the board. I don't feel like Johnny is like the popular opinion, but I guess this was also skewed by the fact that obviously everyone can get their hands on base game, and also base game might be the only option available to people, so it does kind of make sense that the base game Sims would be more popular because obviously more people have kind of played with them. Maybe I misjudged Johnny Zest. Maybe I should have let his genetics do the talking. Bob, can you keep up? I would like to see it. This is getting harder and harder every single round that I'm doing. I don't know how I'm actually meant to judge this. I feel so mean judging this because they're both so cute. Bob really pulled out all the stops here. I've made my decision. I'm sorry. I'm shocked by it too, but I'm giving Johnny Zest the win. It's time. The 2024 version of Edward versus Jacob. Pick your side. Are you going werewolves? Are you going vampires? Definitely has her mother's nose, but I feel it kind of has like Caleb's features. Does that make sense? Caleb's eyebrows doing an awful lot of heavy lifting. As I was setting this up, my girlfriend came in to like look at the seeds and look at the bracket that I had set up. Instantly, without hesitation, she was like, Lou is gonna win. I'm sorry to this man. If I saw him walking down the street, I wouldn't know a thing, because Lou absolutely has it in the bag. Ooh, apparently is a werewolf, but we haven't mixed the genetics yet. Is still a werewolf, definitely looks like a cutie patootie, but again, they both have upturned noses. So I really feel like these kids weirdly may look quite similar. I mean, yeah, okay, Lou, I get it. I get it. He was molded after a Disney prince, okay? The devs have literally told me that before in a tweet, so it makes sense. Zero hesitation. The speed in which I moved. And now we've got the old timers. Battle of 6th seed and 11th seed. We got the one and only Mortimer Goth, the new version, the made over version. He may have had a little bit of a glow up, and Daddy Winter, or Father Winter. Although Daddy feels appropriate right now. This feels wrong on so many levels. Usually if I break up the Goths, it's because I want Bella, you know? I've never looked at Mortimer and thought, yeah, that is the man for me. I also love because he is like, I'm fairly sure the only adult that we've mixed genetics with. They were like, give him a teenager. This man is haggard. Looks exactly like Mortimer. Honestly, it looks more like Mortimer than even Alexander does. Now, Daddy Winter was the wild card of all wild cards. The duality of the Sims community was really shown in that thread, because literally 2 tweets, one above the other. One of them was like, it's absolutely not Father Winter. I can tell you that his children are trash. Just right underneath it was like, oh my god, Father Winter every single time. Different strokes for different folks. Come and give us your unpopular opinion. Sorry it had to be Father Winter. Moving on to round 2. Akira versus Makoa. The OG fuckboy with the new generation of fuckboy. Let's get into it. Scared for the fact that I could possibly knock Akira out, and then I feel like I will be the enemy of the Sims community. The glazing was rife in the Sims community for you. Let's see if you can handle that pressure. Let's see if you can live up to the hype. I fear personally this man may have potentially been hyped up too much for me, and I'm scared that he's gonna lead to disappointment. Also, so many of you were like, he's basic. I know he's the basic option, but I just can't help myself. Every single save, it all leads back to Akira. Okay, I mean, I see what we're working with here. Definitely a handsome dude. Like, I get it, obviously. I feel like I probably shouldn't looked at him because I feel like staring into those eyes. He was trying to win me over. He was trying to swoon me. He was smizing away. Come on, Makoa. You got this, bro. Don't let him get to you. No? Did you see that cheeky little side eye? He's like, don't worry. I believe in myself and my little rush vest. He's the first sim where we're gonna kind of see like a second child comparison. I didn't really want to remove anything from anyone, but how am I supposed to judge you with that makeup on? Does my face give it away? I'm so sorry, Sims community. Oh, I'm so scared of you all. What have I just done? Why did I choose to make this video? Kyle versus Duck. Ooh, switching it up a little bit. Okay, first kid looked the spitting image of Kyle, but as a kid, I feel like this one is personally, no, I mean, still Kyle's genes came absolutely through. Yeah, he has her hair, but that is all Kyle. Duck, don't worry. I see that gleam in your eye. Like I said, I have always firmly believed in him, and I feel just because he's a celebrity doesn't mean you can't talk to him. Why do I feel like I am the lawyer of Dirk Dreamer? I am defending him until his last moment. I am very much the villain. Don versus Johnny, a matchup I never thought we would see. If this was real life, you could not like these two Sims at the same time. Two different type of personality sets, like different ideas of life and romance. Johnny is like golden retriever, like let's settle down ASAP. Don Lario has no care in the world. Honestly, it would be a pain in the ass to even get him to pay child support. I've never really seen the resemblance to your parents, but I'm seeing it in this sim. Like, she is fully giving me Nancy Landgrab. They do say it skips a generation, and he tried to get away from the Landgrab name. He cannot run away from the chromosomes. Keep in mind, this is new Don. Again, Don has been through a makeover. I didn't decide to use the old retired version. Stop it. This is such a cute kid. Please don't ruin him, Betty. Come on. I really feel as if I swindled the last round. I feel like I jinxed Dirk Dreamer, and for that I do apologize. I was bigging him up too much. I was making the man cocky. I saw it in his little smirk. Oh my word. A carbon copy of his father? Can I see past the Nancy Landgrab? That's what I have to decide for myself here right now. She kind of reminds me of a sim from my base game Let's Play. She really looks like Louise. Now that's a throwback. If anyone remembers that, you are an OG of the channel. Gonna give Don the win here. Nancy Landgrab is rolling in her grave. Lou versus Father Winter. I'm excited to see Clement's second child, because just like Nox, I feel as if this man really is just a ruler. Absolute cutie over here. Kai from Young'uns, is that you? Why am I bringing back all the throwbacks of my channel? Stop, that's so funny. I did not think that these kids would be reminding me of Sims that I have personally made like throughout my 10 years of playing The Sims 4. But Lou, you ain't gonna go down without a fight. Clawing and howling, your child has arrived. The boots, I'm not trying to judge based off fashion sense or hairstyle. The boots are a vibe. Like, they're a little bit of a serve. Then I have the Barbie film at 4 p.m. and then I also have to be going to eat hors d'oeuvres at 8 p.m. What we're learning from Lou is his kids are kind of always gonna resemble him in some way. There are gonna be features that absolutely scream Lou. Also, didn't the last one have a mustache? What's going on with the mustaches? Is it part of being a werewolf? Don't ask any questions. Let me just live my life. We've made it to the top 4. First round, we have Makoa versus Kyle. Second round, we have Big Don versus Daddy Winter. I didn't even notice this, but both of their boots game is incredible. This round feels like I just turned up looking lost on a beach watching the US Surfing Open, and these two just swooped in to help me. The Surfer Bros versus each other. First up, we have Kyle's kid. Honestly, I feel like this sim right here looks the most like Kyle out of any of the others so far. He really said third time lucky. Copy and paste. When I talk about like balancing when it comes to genetics in The Sims 4, that's kind of what I mean. If you have two upturned noses, then The Sims kind of exaggerates that and makes your kids kind of have like the peak of your noses. And that definitely feels like what has happened here. Oh, Makoa is so good looking. Every time I see that man, it's just like unbelievable. How did we get so lucky? How did we get a sim in our game that looks like Makoa? And for Makoa, number 3, I mean, speaking my truth, Makoa absolutely wins. This semi-final, Scarily feels extremely similar to Mortimer versus Daddy Winter, but let's see. I've made both of them kids because I kind of want to like age them up back to back. I didn't want to like see one before I saw the other. So let's age up Daddy Winter's kid. She's cute. On to Don Lothario's final child. Well, maybe not. Potentially could reach the final. This is what she is looking like. Don's jeans are so strong. Not Tesco value Elsa. So the final one is Makoa versus Don Lothario. I can't believe Don Lothario is here. Honestly, kind of not shocked that Makoa made it all the way to the final. Was shocked that he knocked out your number one favorite, the hotspot that was Akira. I've never wanted to go into split screen in The Sims 4 more than I do now. I think what I'm going to do is age them both up, take a screenshot of both of them, and then have them side by side. And that's how we're going to choose a winner. But let's age up mini Makoa to a young adult. Adorable, of course. Definitely looks more like her mum though. And once again, Don's jeans so strong. They're both honestly stunning Sims. Like, if both of these approach me, I'm not even bisexual, and I feel like I would have bisexual panic. I have to choose between these two. Slay, 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 and more slay. Don Jr. on the left, Makoa Jr. on the right. I'm so sorry to all of you bisexuals out there. I am assuming your heart is going pitter-patter, pitter-patter. I feel sick, like I could throw up. I want to say, to me, there was no doubt in my mind, but that is absolutely a big fat fib, because there was much deliberation in my brain. I love so many of these Sims. I actually love most of them. Not talking about anyone specific here when I'm saying that I don't love them, but I was slightly disappointed by some of the votes and some of the people that made it into this competition. But there we have it. In my firm opinion, obviously, if these were like switched around, if the game had decided to give us anything else than what it gave us on those dice rolls, the results could have been completely different. Also, it was all just judged by me. So I'm not saying that this is the be all and end all. If you personally would like to have your say, what I'm gonna do is use the same bracket, and then on Monday night stream, twitch.tv/EnglishSimmer, if you want to check it out, if you want to tune in, if you want to have your say, if you want this to be a democracy, if you want to get the Tories out, then come to stream on Monday evening. We are going to be playing through this again. We're going to have all new kids. I think I'm going to keep the seeds the same unless chat wants to like switch it up. I'm giving you lot full control, and then we'll see how my community votes are different to my vote. But I personally think we made the correct choice from what we have seen today, from what the game decided to give us. I mean, all very attractive baby daddies. It's whatever floats your boat. Hey, if you're doing the 100 baby challenge with this new expansion pack, you could have a baby with each and every one of them. Who says you have to choose? Also, there's science babies now. You can also change gender settings. Who knows? Maybe I'll also do a baby mamas, or just like parents in general. If you would actually like to see that, definitely let me know, because this was so much fun to record, and I am down back crying at the gym to record another one of these. Thank you all for thirsting with me. I hope you are all thriving. I hope you are all going out there and making as many babies as possible in The Sims 4. I appreciate you all so much. Let me know how you feel about these results down below. Let me know if this was a personal attack on your taste in men, and I will speak to you all in my next one. Bye now.